Happy New Year and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. This is the show that gives you everything you need to know before the big game kicks off. Derby County kick off 2025 with revenge in mind. The Rams off to Hillsborough this afternoon to take on Sheffield Wednesday. You'll remember what happened when these sides last faced each other just a month ago. Derby led from early on until midway through the second half. First Barry Bannon equalised and then Jamal Lowe snatched victory in the dying seconds. Wednesday have won 2, drawn 2 and lost 2 since that win at Pride Park. They're within 4 points of the Championship playoff places, and they have a man in the form of Josh Windass, who scored in his past 4 matches, including what proved to be a consolation in Sunday's 3-1 defeat at Preston. Well, Derby battled hard but were beaten by Leeds in the final fixture of 2024 a couple of days ago. That defeat leaves the Rams 6 points clear of the relegation zone and 10 points off the playoff places. Paul Warne will certainly want to see his side pick up more points away from home in the second half of the season. Only 3 teams have a worse away record than the Rams. Their last win at Hillsborough came back in February 2020. Wednesday are a 5-match unbeaten run against Derby, including a dramatic win the last time they met here. That was the final day of the 2022-23 League One season, when a red card from Curtis Davis and a converted penalty from Michael Smith saw Wednesday win and Derby miss out on a playoff place. Yeah, plenty of drama that day, not quite so much in Derby's final fixture of 2024. After that defeat to Leeds, we spoke to defender Nat Phillips.
I think we started the game a little bit slow and a little bit disorganised, so it probably took us 15 minutes to get to grips with that. We managed to sort of get a bit of information on board and sort of readjust things a little bit, and once we did that, it felt like we got a better grip of the game. And then from that moment on, certainly in the second half as well, it always felt like it was a good battle and we had a good chance of getting a goal. So yeah, really frustrating to have conceded a late one at the end.
Are you pleased though with how long you stuck with them?
Generally, yeah. And we fought hard. I think, it was said earlier, if you're going to lose the game, that's the way to do it. Obviously, it was a well-worked goal from them, which undid us in the end. But yeah, I think after a bit of time's gone by, we can probably look back on it and take some positives from today.
And do you look at it as well and think we had some half chances that we could have done better with, maybe one of yours included?
Yeah, no, certainly. I feel like I could have done better on mine. I think a few of the other boys might feel the same about moments that they might have had. And that's what I mean when I say earlier that it felt like we could have got a goal. It felt like we put them under pressure in moments, certainly in the set pieces. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. It's obviously a bit soon after the game as well.
It's probably not the opponents you wanted to see just 3 days after West Brom when you put a massive effort in there as well.
Yeah, obviously they're a good side. There's a reason they are where they are in the table. So we knew it was going to be a challenge, but we set ourselves high standards and we have a lot of belief in ourselves. So we felt like we could certainly compete today, which I felt like is what we did certainly after the first 15 minutes. But like I said earlier, it was a well-worked goal that ended up being the winning goal for them.
No secret what this time of year is like and how intense the schedule is. Where do you find the energy and how do you get yourself ready to go again in a couple of days at Hillsborough?
You just sort of keep your head down and keep working at it. We know that, like you say, there's a game coming up very soon, so a lot of responsibility on ourselves to make sure that we're in good nick and we recover well to make sure that we're ready for the next game.
Do you feel as though you maybe owe them one after the way the game finished here a few weeks ago?
Over what, sorry?
Sheffield Wednesday, the way the game finished a few weeks ago?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think obviously in that game we performed well, but we didn't get the result that we should have got and we deserved, so I think certainly we'd like to put that right.
There is Rams defender Nat Phillips. Well, here's how the Championship table looks on New Year's Day, with Leeds 2 points ahead of Sheffield United at the top. Burnley a further point back. Sunderland doing their best to stay in the hunt. Sheffield Wednesday start the day 4 points off the playoffs. Derby start the day 10 points off the top 6 and 6 clear of the relegation zone, though the bottom 3 all have games in hand. The big news in the Championship yesterday was the departure of Wayne Rooney from Plymouth, while Stoke have appointed appointed a new boss just this morning. The former Coventry manager, Mark Robbins, is the man for the job. So plenty going on around the Championship, and there's a full slate of games today. We'll look at the fixture list a little later in the programme. Sheffield Wednesday certainly in the mix for a playoff place at the turn of the year, although they lost their final fixture of 2024, 3-1 away at Preston. Here's their manager, Danny Röhl.
At the end, when the opponent scored 3 times, then you deserve to lose. All in all, I think we have to start. This is for me an important one, to have clean sheets. At the moment we conceded 2 easy goals. It starts by the first, it's after set pieces, second wave, a second action, again a situation where we not mark our men on the second post. Then we come back, 1-1. I think it was then deserved. Nice goal again. Yeah, but then you destroyed with one situation. You lose the ball in the transition moment. Then you make for me, you cannot go in a duel around the box like this. Yeah, you have to stay. You have to wait for some right instead of go to a ball-winning situation. Yeah, and then the last goal is then again, a good save at first, but then the second, the bounce ball is by the opponent. He scored. We tried. We had some good moments, but all in all, it's not enough. For me, unnecessary to lose here.
Started off really well, and you've spoken before of the importance of getting that first goal, but it went to Preston, gives yourself a mountain to climb.
Yeah, I think you have the first situation, you create a chance from Josh, then a little bit the break from the ref. But for me, I will not speak about this. I think we have to start. Have more clean sheets, defend as a team. I think against Stoke with 10 men we had this right attitude to defend as a group together, and this is what we have to do. We cannot do every week to come back. I think if you want to go high up in the table, then you have to be more clinical in both boxes, and it starts with a defense, clean sheets, and then you can attack and you can score.
You're pleased to be able to get back quickly with the game against Derby on Tuesday.
Yeah, of course, it goes quick. It's not so much time now. It's about recover, and then let's see who's fit, who's available. It will be a tough period now. Yeah, we know this 2 games now. I think against Middlesbrough it was hard-working today, and Derby and Millwall will be again 2 difficult games where we have to go, but we have to do it, and we will try it in 3 days again.
That's Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Röhl. Well, life after really begins for Plymouth at lunchtime at home to Bristol City. Queen's Park Rangers and Oxford also in action in the early games. Gary Rowett returning to Millwall, having won his first 2 matches with his new club. Leeds face Blackburn at 3. Portsmouth are at home to Swansea as well. The late game is an interesting one. Sunderland hosting Sheffield United. Yeah, everyone hoping to start the new year on the high, of course, Derby included. Let's hear from boss Paul Warne, who's hoping to get a couple of bodies back today. Ben Osborne and Liam Thompson have both missed the last couple of games with injury.
I think Tomo should be back. Ozzy is an outside chance, but hopefully a good outside chance, so which would be good. And in fairness, today that would have been a perfect game for both of them, really. So be pleased to welcome them back, and hopefully we can pick fresh legs for the next 2 games.
You put so much effort, so much energy into this game, into the win over West Brom as well. How do you refill the tank and get everyone ready to go for the game at Hillsborough?
Quite easily, really. Well, we'll try and get some sleep tonight, and then we'll, as always, we'll go through some process tomorrow with the lads, and the lads who played a large part will have some time off their feet, but have some face-to-face, and then the other lads will train, and then we'll formulate a plan, and we already sort of know how we want to go, but it's about then not just only picking the best players to win, but you've got to think about, freshness as well to a certain extent. So sometimes you have to shake the pack up, and then I'm telling you everything, but you bounce into training tomorrow with a smile on your face. I've got nothing to be angry with the team with. I love that. They're a great group, and I said it to him after the game. You're great to work with, and you never give up, and that they are good qualities to have. So as long as we keep that togetherness with the group, they'll be good. But like everyone will in this January, certain players will leave and fresh faces will come on to come back and challenge, and hopefully we'll have our injuries back soon.
You know that we appreciate the detail. It's not that long since you faced Sheffield Wednesday. Do you feel that there is maybe a bit of a wrong to be righted there?
Well, they scored a goal more than us that I can't complain about, and they scored a screamer, but I thought we were really good for 70-odd minutes against them. And in every home game, I can't really be that critical of our performances. I think we've been really good, and we've lost 3 or 4 at home now, but the lads give everything. So yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, then Bristol City, and then it feels like you can breathe. So any fan who goes to all 4 of them games has done very well. And like the players, like I said, they come in and we've got to get them energised again, because I was watching Sheffield Wednesday earlier and they lost away at Preston, so they'll be desperate to avenge that as well. So it'll be 2 good teams going for it, and hopefully we can come out on top.
That's 2024 in the books for you, at least from a footballing perspective. Will you take a moment to look back on the year and consider what you've achieved?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It's quite sad, though. I find the end of the year is quite sad, because you, like I said to the lads before the game, look, this is a big game. It's a big game for our fans, and I explained it because some of the lads aren't aware of the history of this game, but they'll never get this day again. They'll never get this, this exact game again. So I find end of years, I'm not that guy who goes to bed on the 31st and thinks, what a good year that was, cracking. I'm the guy who thinks, I missed that year already. I miss being low 50s, and then I'll be a high 50s if I'm lucky enough to age as a privilege. I'll get into my 60s. But I'm really proud of the group. It's a brilliant football club with really good people who work here. So that makes me really proud, and it's an honour to be part of that, however long that is.
Any hopes for the new year? We've not thought about that yet either.
Hopes for the new year. Well, a little bit of hair regrowth, some new teeth. A bit of a tan. I feel like I've got to that stage now. I'm a bit white and old looking. For the team, I just hope that we... it's a bit selfish talking about myself, isn't it? But for the team, I just hope that they keep performing to their max, and that is all I can ask. I would love them to win, 24 out of 24 games, whatever the case may be, but I just want them to perform at their best, and I want them to enjoy their lives. And if they do that, then as a management team, we've done our job, and I'll be hugely proud of that.
That's Paul Warne, and this has been the build-up. Derby County kick off the new year away at Sheffield Wednesday, and you can join RamsTV at Hillsborough. The game is available to watch with us if you're in one of the EFL's Unsold Markets. You can get a full list of countries and buy your Game Pass now at the website dcfc.co.uk. Matchday Live back with you at 2:30, the normal time. We'll see you then. Goodbye.